सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्द्रव्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Yes.
So we are seeing the topic of Mukhyantara Sadhana, and there we are seeing that Tippanikara is giving Tippani on Sravana, and we are in that part where he is explaining the Sharlinga. And the first two lingas we had already seen. Upakramopasamhara means the harmony in the subject matter which is discussed in the beginning and at the end of the discussion. And then Abhyasaha means the subject matter which is repeated throughout the text at different places. So in this manner, those two are Tatparya Linga. And then the third one we were seeing, that is Apurvata, the uniqueness. And we saw one definition outside. Pratipadya Vishayasya Pramanantara Avishayikaranatvam. Of the subject matter which is going to be discussed, of that subject matter, the status of not being explained by any other means. Means Avishayikaranam is not being understood by
objectified, revealed by any other means of knowledge.
Because objectified, I was having certain like as a shabda.
Objectified as a prameya. This can try to objectify, but it will not be. Other means of knowledge may be employed, but they will not be successful. So, the status of not being available as prameya for other means of knowledge.
So that is Apurvata. And here the Tippanikara says that here, based on the Chandogya Shruti, that we understand two things. And how do we understand it? By the statements which are revealing the subject matter, which are understood by mere Shraddha in Guru and Vedanta Vakya.
Can you repeat what you say?
We understand two things. And how do we understand? By the statements which are revealing the subject matter which can be understood by mere Shraddha in Guru and Vedanta Vakya. And what are those two things? The first is Advitiyam Pratyega Bhinnam Brahma. Brahma is non-dual Brahma, which is non-separate from oneself. That is the first thing.
That is first thing.
Which is understood. Which is Gamyate. By Vachana, by Vachanaihi.
Advitiya Pratyagabhinna Brahma is not available for any other means of knowledge.
Yes.
That is Gamyate.
Yes. Yes.
Clear, no?
Yes. So that is the first thing.
Please tell me what is the first thing?
Yes. The following is the first thing.
Okay.
So, non-dual Brahma, which is non-separate from oneself, is not understood by any other means of knowledge other than Vedanta. So this is the first thing which is understood. And what is the second thing? The second thing is Brahma Swaprakashatvena Nitya Paroksham. Brahma, being self-evident, is always immediately available. And there we had said by the vachanas. So what kind of vachanas? Two examples are given. Shraddhatsva Somya and Acharyavan Purusho Veda. So this Shraddhatsva Somya comes in the context where the teacher Uddalaka is giving the example of tree and seed. And there it is said, the teacher says that just as right now the tree is not seen in the seed, but still we know that in the seed the tree is there. Why? Because when the seed is sown and it grows, then the tree emerges. Therefore, the tree is there in this potential form in this seed. So right now also we have got this Shraddha that in this seed the tree is there. Similarly, oh good looking one, may you have the Shraddha that Brahma is there, even though it is not seen or objectified by any other pramanam. So here what we have to understand is that Shruti says here to have Shraddha, and that becomes a linga to understand that if Brahma was known by any other pramanam, then Shraddha was not required, because it would have been objectified or cross-checked by other pramana. But since that is not possible, therefore Shraddha in Guru Vedanta Vakya is necessary. The second sentence is Acharyavan Purusho Veda. It is said a person who has got a teacher understands Brahma. And here when it is said Acharyavan means the teacher who gives the vision of Vedanta by using the Shastra, means the various sentences of Shastra. So by that, the Acharya and Vedanta both are included, that idea is included in the word Acharyavan. So here also we understand that if Brahma was understood by any other Pramanam, then Shruti would not have said that a person who has got teacher understands Brahma, because by other means also it could have been understood, but that is not so. Therefore, this Brahma is understood only by Vedanta Pramanam. Thus, we understand that Brahma is the subject matter in which Vedanta has got uniqueness. Means Vedanta alone reveals the reality Brahma. And how does it reveal? Not as something which is different, but as the subject itself. And how is it revealed? By negating the mistakes which have happened regarding the subject. So thus Vedanta becomes a pramanam. And therefore, since Brahma is only known by Vedanta pramanam, therefore his apurvata becomes the third tatparya linga. Then in the fourth point, the Tippanikara says that phalam is also a tatparya linga. And here we make a note that we say that subject matter whose result is told can be tatparya of the Shruti. Means it is not that everything whose result is told is the tatparyam of Shruti, but whatever is the tatparyam of Shruti of that subject matter, the result will be definitely told. So here the Tippanikara says that the wise person who has become free from the identification with body mind sense complex, becomes Brahma. In this manner, for the wise person, the result in the form of attainment of Brahma, means owning up oneness with Brahma, is told. How? By the sentence Tasya tavadeva chiram yavad na vimokshe atha sampatsye. The sentence means Tasya means Brahma vidaha. For that wise person, that much alone is the delay. Yavan na vimokshe, until he becomes disidentified from the body. And after that sampatsye, he becomes one with limitless Brahma. So in this manner, for this wise person, the result in the form of Brahma Prapti was told. And therefore, the phalam becomes the fourth Tatparya Linga.
Yes. Under the discussion on Shravanam, we are seeing the Tatparya Linga, the indicators of the purport of Vedanta. In that third linga was the Apurvata. Apurvata means uniqueness of the subject matter. Uniqueness of the subject matter means the subject matter has the status of not being revealed by any other means of knowledge. The status of the subject matter in the form of not being revealed by any other means of knowledge. That is called Apurvata. And yatra Apurvata Saheva Tatparya Vishaya. Where there is uniqueness, in which subject matter there is uniqueness, that subject matter alone can be Tatparya, the main subject matter. The subject matter to which Shruti is committed to reveal. Is it clear? The connection between Apurvata means Tatparyam of Shruti can only be that which cannot be revealed by any other means of knowledge. Hmm? We take this word Tatparya, how is it come? Tatparasya bhava. Tatparya. Saha vishaya paraha yasya shastrasya tat shastram tat param और वेदः तत्परः सः विषयः according to us Advaita सः अद्वैत रूपः विषयः परः यस्य वेदस्य और वेदान्तस्य that Vedanta will be called Tatparaha. Tatparaha means what? In English we translate as Vedanta is committed to reveal that subject matter. So Tatparaha, it means Vedanta. When we say Vedanta is Tatparaha, means Vedanta is committed to reveal that. And exact translation of the Bahuri Samasa will be that is the subject matter to which Vedanta is committed. Vedanta is the one who is committed to that subject matter. But to be precise, Vedanta is having that subject matter for Vedanta. Sorry, Vedanta is the one for which that subject matter is the object of commitment. Saha Vishaya Paraha Yasya Sa Tatparaha. Vedanta is Tatparaha means Vedanta is the one for which that subject matter, the Vedanta is Tatparaha means a given subject matter is the main subject matter. Paraha means the main subject matter. Saha Advaita Rupaha, for example, Advaita Rupaha Vishayaha Paraha. Para means the main one. So Vedanta is Tatpara means Vedanta is having a given subject matter as its main subject matter. A given topic or given fact is the main subject matter. So Saha Vishayaha Paraha Yasya Saha Tatparaha. And Tatparasya Bhavaha Tatparya. The status of being committed to a given subject matter that will be called the Tatparyam of that Shastra. Okay, this is just for getting the exact idea conveyed by the word Tatparyam. So Tatparyam is the status of Vedanta or any given Shastra. What type of status? The status of being committed to a given subject matter. That's by the way. At least in our mind, clarity should be there. What is Tatparyam? Tatparasya Bhava. Tatpar is a Bahuri Samasa. Okay. Now, Trutiyam Lingam is Apurvata. Uniqueness. Uniqueness in the sense of that subject matter is not available for any other means of knowledge. And how this Apurvata, this uniqueness of the subject matter is presented in the 6th chapter of Chandogya, that is said here, Shraddhatspa Somya Acharyavan Purusho Veda. By such statements, the Apurvata is presented. How? He explained that by this Shraddhatsva Somya Acharyavan Purusho Veda, by such statements, what is these such statements? He explained that these are the statements which are Bodhaka, revealing that Advitya Brahma, you have to supply between. Advitya Brahma is Samadhi Gamya, knowable only by Shraddha. Only Shraddha in the sentences of Guru and Vedanta. Guruscha asau Vedantascha Guru Vedantau. Tayoho Vakyani. Guru Vedanta Vakyani. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Shraddha Matram. Shraddha eva Shraddha Matram. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Shraddha Matram. Guru Vedanta Vakya Shraddha Matram. Guru Vedanta Vakya Shraddha Matrena eva Samadhi Gamyaha. Guru Vedanta Vakya Shraddha Matra Samadhi Gamyaha. Tasya Bhavaha Samadhi Gamyatvam and Tasya Bodhakaha. Samadhi Gamyatva Bodhakaha. Cha Bodhakam cha Tadvachanam cha Bodhaka Vachanam. Tehi. So by the statements which are revealing that Advitya Brahma is understood only by the Shraddha in the sentences of Guru and Vedanta. So these sentences are not revealing Advaita. Okay? This Vachana, Shraddhatsva Somya Acharyavan Purusho Veda, they are not revealing Advaita. They are revealing the fact that Advaitam can be known only by Shraddha in Guru Vedanta Vakya. And by that Vachanas, such Vachanas, which are revealing the necessity of Shraddha for knowing Brahma, by such statements, what is Gamyate? These two things are Gamyate. Is it clear? By this type of statements, two ideas are understood. First is Advitiyam Pratyagabhinna Brahma is Vedanta Vedantetara Pramana Gamya. As we saw that Shraddha is necessary for understanding Advitya Brahma. That type of statement is made by the Shastra is indicative that Advaitam is known only by Vedanta. Because if Advaitam is known by other Pramana, then the necessity in the Vedanta Vakya is not, necessity of Shraddha in Vedanta Vakya is not there. You can verify. But Shruti is making such statement. The necessity of Shraddha in Guru Vedanta Vakya itself is indicative of that Advitya Brahma is not available for other means of knowledge. And another thing, that Shraddha is required in Advitya Brahma, which is Pratyeka Bhinna, because Vedanta is revealing self-evident self. And if self-evident self is to be revealed by Vedanta, then we require Shraddha. Because generally when something is self-evident, then we would not have this inclination to go for its knowledge. If somebody tells you that you have to know yourself, what is this? I know, I am this and this. So to go for the Atmak Dhanam, one needs to have Shraddha that what I am knowing about myself is not enough or not correct. So Shruti says you know yourself. So I should have Shraddha in Shastra when Shastra is revealing the self-evident self, or Shastra is talking about the self-evident self. Unless I have Shraddha, I will not understand myself to be Brahman or Brahman to be myself. And therefore, when Shruti is saying Shraddha, Shraddha in Vedanta is required, this idea also is indicated. The Shruti is revealing about the self-evident self, which people may not think is worthy of knowing. People generally think one person was coming to one Swamiji's class in Baroda, then that person used to come every day to our ashram. We were studying in the course and he also used to attend the classes from outside. Morning we have class 6:30 or something, he has to come so early. So his father asked him, why are you going there every day morning? Then he said, I'm going for self-knowledge. So that's what he was thinking, self-knowledge. What is that self? I am Satchidananda. Okay, now I know self. What is this? Means he doesn't see any value in knowing this self. So even to have the inclination for self-knowledge, some Shraddha has to be there. Because generally our mind will have this what is called disinclination or resistance to know something which we think we already know. That is one of the issues. Many people they don't come out of wrong thinking because they think that already they know it, and therefore they are not ready for correction. One Swamiji and one popular Vedanta teacher, they had a discussion. And because that so-called popular Vedanta teacher had different ideas about what is the teaching of Vedanta. And he was quite popular in one organization. So they said, let us have discussion. We can organize. And Swamiji tried to tell him that this Tattvamasi and this I have studied so many years back. Means when Swamiji was about to explain, he was not ready. Why? Because he has concluded, he has already understood. So my obsession with my understanding that my understanding is right does not allow me to correct it. Sometimes, we are committing the same mistake The people come to correct us, we are not ready. No, I know it. Something else must be wrong. And therefore, one requires Shraddha. One requires Shraddha in Vedanta, which is not revealing new Atma. It is revealing self-evident self alone. But this self-evident self is mistaken for so many other things as well. And therefore, the necessity of Shraddha is also indicating that Atma is self-evident. But still, there are mistakes about the self. That idea is indirectly, remotely suggested, not directly. We have observed in life certain subject matter with regard to which we have this thinking that we are ignorant. We are open to learn. Suppose computer. My mind is open because I don't know. Then, yes, I will learn. Means if somebody says, you need to learn. Yes, yes, I need to learn. But something which I think I already know, and somebody says, no, you need to learn more or properly, my mind will say, no, I already know it. And therefore, Shraddha is required. When other person says, you need to correct, Shraddha is required. In fact, many people at psychological level also, when we say that you need to pay attention on this, person is not ready. He said, no, no, these I have already tried. It doesn't work. Then this person wants to say it needs to be tried again with some different inputs. That particular idea will be accepted by the listener when he has Shraddha. Otherwise, in the 10th man story, this leader of the group and every member has counted several times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So many times they have tried. And once again, this guru is telling you count, they have to have Shraddha. Otherwise, jao, jao, jao. Oh, you go, we have already done that. Still, Shraddha is required. And therefore, necessity of Shraddha is indirectly indicative of this Atma is Nitya, but still there can be mistake. That way we can see the connection. Okay. Now the fourth lingam is phalam. Yad vishayam phalam uktam tat tatparya vishaya bhavitum arhati. For whichever subject matter the result is mentioned, that can become tatparya vishaya. And so here for Advaita Brahma Jnanam, Phalam was mentioned. How? Tasya Tavadeva Chiram, for a wise person, that much is the delay. Yavat, till na vimokshate, till he is not released from the body, association with the body based on prarabdha. This till the body is dropped. Till the body is dropped, his complete oneness with Sad Brahma, even free from the apparent upadhi based division, that complete oneness, he has to be waited, and there is a delay in that complete oneness till the body is released. And atha means after the release of from the body or after the dissociation from the body, sampasyate means sat sampasyate. Sat Brahma sampasyate means attains oneness, becomes one. Sampasyate means ekatva panno bhavati, and we have to supply sat. Okay. And tasya tavadeva chiram, there we have to shesha is that sadatma swarupa pattehe. There is only that much delay there in complete oneness with sadatma brahma till this body is released. And atha, after that, he becomes one with Sad Brahma. So idea is that when a person gets wisdom and he discovers himself to be free, then Videha Mukti is guaranteed. But Videha Mukti actually happens only when the prarabdha gets over, body is fallen. Till body falls, there is delay in Videha Mukti. And when the body falls, there is Videha Mukti. In the Bhashyakara, Atha is not like a Anantara. That time itself, the body falls and Videha Mukti both happen simultaneously. So Sampatsya means Sampatsya, become one with Brahman. Completely one with Brahman. Means the apparent division, apparent separation also is not there. In the vision of 5%, there is no separation from Brahman. But apparently he was individual, and that apparent division, separation from Brahma, that also goes away. And by this, Karya Karana Sangata Vyavruttaha Brahmavit, this is the paraphrasing of Yavatna Vimokshe, and then Brahmaiva Bhavati Atha Sampatsyate. Iti Advaita Brahma Bhavapatti Rupa Phalam. The result in the form of becoming one with the non-dual Brahman is presented, and in this manner, Chaturtham Lingam Phalam. The result is the fourth lingam. Wise person, the knower of non-dual Brahma, attains the highest goal called moksha. This type of the mention of the result becomes an indicator of Tatparyam in Advaita Brahma. Alright. Now the fifth one. तदैक्षत बहुस्यां प्रजायेय तत्तेजो सृजत इत्यादि सृष्टिवाक्यैः भेदनिन्दापूर्वकम् अभेदः स्तूयते इति अर्थवादः पंचमं लिंगम. Arthavada is considered to be the fifth indicator of Tattvarya. Its general definition of this Arthavada lingam is Prakarana Pratipadyasya Arthasya Tatra Tatra Prasamsanam. Glorification of the main subject matter of the section in different places. This is given in Vedanta Sara, and their example given is Yatha Somya Ekena Mrutpindena Sarvam Brahmayam Vignatam Bhavati. Means the glorification of Advaita Jnana. What is the glorification? That if person has got Advaita Brahma Jnanam, then everything is as well known. By knowing Advaita Brahma, which is the Adhisthana Bhuta Karanam of everything, one becomes Sarvajnaha. This is called glorification. Of what? Advitiya Brahma Jnana. And Yastuyate Tad Videyate. That is the principle. Whatever is glorified, that is the Tatparya Vishaya. And here, Advaita is praised through its knowledge. Advaitam Brahma is praised through its knowledge. And how is it praised? By knowing Advitiya Brahma, one becomes Sarvajna. So this is the glorification. And we always glorify what we are bent upon to convey. When father is telling the child that you should do yoga, then yoga will be glorified. So, yoga is glorified by the father itself suggests what? Father has got tatparyam in conveying that yoga is good. So, in yoga there is a tatparyam is indicated by the praise. Like a shopkeeper, he will be praising the product. Which product? The product which he has and which has got a lot of margin, that product he will praise. He will not praise the product which is not there with him, or he hardly gets any money, that he will glorify. So wherever tatparyam is, that becomes the matter of glorification. So glorification also becomes the indicator of the tatparya. That is the idea here. But here the Granthakara is presenting this Arthavada in a slightly different manner. Generally, this Arthavada in the 6th chapter of Chandogya is in the form of Eka Vigdanena Sarva Vigdanam, Advaita Brahma Vigdanena Sarva Vigdanam. That is the glorification. But here he presents in a slightly different manner. What he says? Tad Aikshata. Tad Brahma Aikshata. Aikshata means visualized, thought over. Bahusyam Prajayeya. Let me become many. Bahusyam. And for that, Prajayeya. Let me be born as many. And Tat Brahma Tejaha Asrujat. That Brahma created Tejaha. Alright. And then Apaha he created and Annam Prithvi he created. By Ityadi Srushti Vakyehi. By the sentences about creation, Bheda Ninda Purvakam Abhedaha Stuyate. By the Srushti Vakya, the non-duality, Abheda means non-difference, non-duality is glorified. How? Bheda Ninda Purvakam, having criticized the duality. So by such sentences, non-duality is praised, having criticized the duality. In this manner, Arthavada also is fifth indicator. But this is a little bit a tough statement which needs a lot of explanation. We may wonder by Srushti Vakya how Abheda is tuyat. For that we have to understand some fundamentals. First of all, we need to know is the Srushti Vakya, the sentences describing the creation of this world, do not have Tatparyam in Srushti. Srushti Vakyasya Sruštau Tatparyam Nasti. The sentences talking about creation do not have Tatparyam, commitment to reveal creation. ये कैसी बात है? Srushti Vakya doesn't have Tatparyam in Srushti. So it is not something unusual. Sometimes people will be talking, for our well-being. They say you should have safety. You should consider always future. So we think, wow, how much caring he is. Afterwards he's going to tell, therefore you buy this insurance. So apparently it looks like that he is our well-wisher. Even this I reminded when we went to Vrindavan. So when we go to some temple, they will say, you always require some money to go back to your home. That money you should keep aside. We should not spend money from that. We go, wow, my God. So much caring, because everywhere we have to give money, and this person is saying. But after keeping that money out separately, whatever is remaining from that, some charity should be done. I remember even now. So they will start like, Upakrama will be like. So here also Srushti Vakyasya or Srushti Vakyanam Sruštau Tatparyam Asti. Then where is Tatparyam? To understand the Tatparyam, we have to understand what is done in the Srushti Vakya. What is the subject matter presented and what are the corollaries of the topic of creation. In Srushti Vakya, first of all, Jagat is presented as Karyam, effect. Brahman is presented as Karma. This is first thing. World is presented as the effect and Brahman is presented as the cause. Alright, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं हो. The world is the cause, the effect, Brahman is the cause. Then Shruti says, you observe that effects do not have existence apart from the cause. And the world being the effect, it does not have existence apart from the cause Brahma. Therefore what? World is dependently existing. And that which dependently exists is called mithya. So this Shruti takes to the next step. What? The world being effect does not have existence apart from its cause Brahma, therefore it is mithya. Okay? Then the third, that Brahman being the cause does not depend upon the effect to exist. Pot depends upon clay, but clay does not depend upon pot to exist. So Karanam Satyam, Karyam eva Mithya. And Brahma being Karanam, Brahman is Satyam. So the next point derived is what? Karanam Brahma Satyam. So first was Jagat is Karyam, Brahman is Karanam. Second is Jagat being Karyam, it is Mithya. And the third one is that Brahman is Satyam, being Karanam. And the next one is Mithya cannot be counted along with Satyam. Mithya, unreal, cannot be counted along with Satyam. Therefore, with Satyam Brahma counted as one, you cannot count Jagat along with it. And therefore, Brahman is Advaitam. So, Advaitam Brahma is Satyam. This is the glorification of Advaitam. Through what? Through Srushti Vakya. And Jagat, dualistic world, Bheda, dualistic world is Mithya. This is the Bheda Ninda. And thus, Srushti Vakyehi Bheda Ninda Purvakam means Jagataha Mithyatva Pratipadanena. By presenting the world to be Mithya, Abhedaha Stuyate. This non-dual Brahman is glorified as Satyam. So by presenting this dualistic world as Mithya and non-dualistic Brahman as Satya, there is a glorification of Abheda, Advaita. By what? Srushti Vakya. By the sentences of creation. So we think, wow, creation, then we all details we write. The Srushti doesn't have Tatparya in Srushti. It's a Srushti Vakya does not have Tatparya in Srushti. How do we know? There are two lingas, two what is called basis to arrive at this conclusion. Two indicators. One is the Srushti Vakya Jnana Phalam is not given anywhere. The result of knowing the topic of creation is not mentioned. Therefore, Srushti Vakya does not have Tatparya in Srushti. Because Shruti will not tell something which is useless. And therefore, first reason is Srushti Vakya Pratipadita Srushti Dhanasya Falashravanat. Srushti Vakya Pratipadita Srushti Dhanasya Falashravanat. Since the result of the knowledge of the creation presented by Srushti Vakya is not mentioned. Therefore what? Srushti Vakya does not have Tatparyam in Srushti. And second is, why Srushti Vakya doesn't have Tatparyam in Srushti? Second reason is that there is no consistency. If Srushti Vakya Jnanam has this Tatparyam, then it will be consistency. See, insurance agent when he talks anywhere, he will be having consistency in his presentation. Maybe examples he changes, some sentences changes, but the main theme will never change. He will not say, ठीक है अभी you can take insurance, you don't need to take, I also not take. He will not change, he will not do that. So if Srushti Vakya Tatparyam, then there should be uniformity. But we see that sometimes Krama Srushti is there, sometimes Akrama Srushti is there. Akrama Srushti means there is no this systematic order. Sometimes there is order. Like in Taittiriya, there is order. Tasmad Vayu, Tasmad Atmana, Akasha Sambhuta, Akashat Vayu. And sometimes he said, Etasmad Jayate Prana, Manastarvendriyani cha. No order. First pranas are born, then bhutas are born. No order. एतस्मात् जायते प्राण मनस्तर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खम्बायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी. Order is not there. So, order is not there and phala is not mentioned. Therefore, Srushti Vakya does not have Tatparya in Srushti. Srushti has Vakya has Tatparya in showing that Dvaitam is Mithya, Advaitam is Satyam. And in this manner, Abhedaha Stuyate. Alright. And in this manner, Arthavada is there. The glorification of Advaita is there. Arthavada is of two types, Ninda Rupa and Prasamsa Rupa. Means the Arthavada is in the form of glorification of the subject matter and Arthavada is in the form of criticism of the opposite idea. So Advaita, Arthavada for Advaita can be in two ways. Glorification of Advaita and criticism of Dvaita. Both will be called what? Arthavada for Advaita. It is something like if I want to glorify doing yoga, I can use two methods. Yoga gives very good health. Yoga makes you very bright, shining. You Kapala Bhati you do, your Kapala will be shining. That's what Kapala Bhati. Kapala means this, your head, and Bhati shining. So you will have shining. So I do all glorification. So whatever one likes, he will pick up, hopefully. And Arthavada of yoga can be done by, if you don't do yoga, you will look very old and you will get health problem every now and then. COVID will definitely come. So this is how also yoga prasamsa is done. So similarly, Bheda Ninda and Abheda Prasamsa is the Arthavada for Advaita. And that also becomes Linga for Tatparya with Advaita. Advaitaha or Advaitam Stuyate. Ataha Advaite Tatparya. That is the essence. Since Advaita is glorified, therefore Shruti has got Tatparya with Advaita. Alright, next one. Pratipipadaishi Advaitasya Anukula Drishtanta Pradarshanam Upapattihi. Upapattihi means reasoning, logic. And for whichever subject matter Upapatti is given, logic is given, that is the Tatparya Vishaya. For whichever subject matter or for establishing whichever subject matter, the reasoning is given by Shastra, that subject matter is Tatparya, purport of that chapter. Yasthapanartham yuktihi saha Tatparya Vishaya. Okay. Yasthapanartham yuktihi saha Tatparya Vishaya. Alright. So here he is presenting in a slightly different manner. What he says? Drishtanta Pradarshanam Upapatti. Presentation of Drishtanta example is Upapatti. And drishtanta for what? Which is anukula, leading to, favorable to. Favorable to what? Advaita, for non-duality. Which is pratipipadayishita. Pratipipadayishita. Paditum ishta. Pratipad dhatu, which sun, then tabratya. Such a long thing. So pratipadayitum ishtam. That which is desired to be presented is called pratipipadayishita. This tattparya vishaya. So upapatti is the presentation of the example leading to Advaita, which is intended to be presented, which is desired to be presented. Then we may wonder that what is the connection with Drishtanta and Upapatti? Upapatti means logic, and logic is generally in the form of Anuman. Anumanam is Yukti Rupa. Then why is it called Drishtanta here? Because when Drishtanta is shown, Vyapti is implied. Every Drishtanta is suggestive of Vyapti. When we say Parvato Vandiman, Dhumavatvat, Pakashalavat, and then also Pakashala we have to say Prachina Prakashala. Not to Navina. In Prachina, I mean olden days Prakashala will have smoke. Nowadays not smoke. Even little bit it comes, that also they remove by that what they call chimney. So nowadays we don't smoke. See, so no, we don't. We don't see smoke, and therefore it is Prachina Pakashala. So Pakashala is a Drishtanta, but Drishtanta itself will not be able to establish the Sadhya. Drishtanta should be backed, should be assisted by, strengthened by Vyapti. So Drishtanta is a suggestive of Vyapti. So when we say Pakashala Vat, there is some Vyapti suggested. What? Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra agnihi. So Drishtanta is suggestive of Vyapti. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That type of Vyapti is indicative of Vyapti is indicated by the Drishtanta. And Drishtanta Sahita Vyapti is the basis for Anumana. Therefore, Drishtanta Sahita Vyapti is suggestive of Anumana. Is it clear? The Vyapti means concomitance. The example with concomitance or concomitance with example is suggestive of inference. So now we have to go step by step. Drishtanta example is suggestive of concomitance. Concomitance is suggestive of inference. And that inference is called upapatti. It's clear? So pratipipadayishitasya advaitasya anukula drishtanta pradarshana. So Shruti is showing the example to show that how Advaita is reality. By giving the example of Ghata and Vrittika. Just as in the world of earthenwares, clay alone is the non-dual reality. Pots etc. are mithya. Pots are mithya, Vrittika, clay alone is satyam. Similarly, this Karanam Brahma is satyam. Karyam is mithya, and therefore Karanam Brahman is Advaitam. This idea is suggested by the example of pot and clay. And thus, this Upapatti reasoning is given to establish which is favorable to Advaita, which is Pratipipadayishita. And then he gives so many vakyas. Yatha somya ekena mritpindena sarvam mrunmayam vignatam syat vacharambanam vikaro namadheyam vrittiketyeva satyam. We have seen this statement several times. Just as, O Somya, O good looking one, Ekena Mrutpindena, we have to supply Gnatena. When one lump of clay is known, then Sarvam Mrunmayam Vigdatam Syat. Then all earthenwares, all the earthen products are as well known. Why is it so? Because Vikaro Namadheyam. Because the product is only a name. It has got nominal existence. It does not have substantial existence. And since it is Namadheyam, therefore what? Vacharambanam. It is just initiated by your speech. So the whole word is sitting on your tongue. That's how figuratively it means. And what is Satyam? Vrittika ityeva Satyam. Clay alone is real in that example. Similarly, Lohamanina. Lohamani here means gold. Similar thing. Just as by knowing gold, all the ornaments are as well known. Because ornaments are Mithya, gold alone is Satyam. Similarly, He Somya Ekena Nakha Nikruntanena. Nakha Nikruntanam means nail cutter. Here, nail cutter is a representative of iron. Karanasya Karya Shabdena Nirdesha. Karanasya Karyavachaka Shabdena Nirdesha. Means the cause is referred to by the word denoting the effect. Therefore, Nakha Nikrantana is effect. By knowing one effect, other effects are not known. Therefore, we have to understand Nakha Nikrantana stands for here this iron material. That's what the lump of iron. By knowing this iron, all iron products are as well known. And then next vakya, Evameva Kalu Somya. Similarly, Hey Somya, Kalu indeed, Annena Shungena Apaha Moolam Anvicha. Of course, there is Ashana Pipasa derivation is there, and then he comes to this topic. There he says, Hey Somya, Annena Shungena. Shunga here means effect. Literally, Shunga means sprout. And sprout stands for effect. By the effect in the form of food, which stands for Prithvi, Apaha Moolam Anvicha. May you look for, try to understand the water which is the cause. Here, Moolam is cause. With the help of the effect Annam, Prithvi, may you try to understand the Moolam, the cause, in the form of water. And with the help of water, which is the effect, may you try to understand the cause, Tejaha, fire. And in Chandogya, there is a Tribhuta Prakriya. So there are 5 bhutas not mentioned, 3 bhutas alone mentioned. Therefore, from Tejaha, he doesn't go to Vayu and Akasha. So he says, Tejasa Somya Shungena Sanmula Manvicha. With the help of fire, which is the effect, may you try to understand the cause, which is Sad Brahma. Idea is from the effect, you try to understand the cause. And Sanmulaha Somya Imaha Sarvaha Prajaha. All living beings are having Sad Brahma as their Moolam Karan. Sat Moolam Yasam Taha Sanmulaha. All living beings have got their cause in Sad Brahma. And Sadayatanaha Sthitikaran. All living beings have Sad Brahma as their sustaining factor. And Sat Patishtaha. All living beings have got Sad Brahma as Laya Karanam, ground of resolution. So Sadmulaha presents Sad Brahma as Srushti Karanam. Sadayatanaha presents Sad Brahma as Sthiti Karanam. And Sad Pratishta presents Sad Brahma as Laya Karanam. Ityadi Vachanehi, by this Vachanas, what is suggested? Karana Sadrupa Vyatirekena Karyam Nasti Eva. Apart from Sad Brahma, which is the Karanam, Karyam Jagat Nasti Eva does not exist. Maya Matram Idam Drishyam. This is paraphrasing this Karika. Maya Matram Idam Dvaitam Advaitam Paramarthata. I think in Advaita Prakarana. So Maya Matram Idam Drishyam. This Drishyam is nothing but the appearance because of Maya. And Brullohadi Drishtantehi Srushtihi Choditanyatha. By the example of clay, gold, etc., Brullohadi Drishtanta Mukhena. Mukha means by way of the example of clay, gold, etc., Jagat Sarvam Pratyak Chaitanam Brahma Eva. This world is nothing but Brahma alone. Like all products, clay, all parts are nothing but Brahman. Similarly, entire world is nothing but Brahman, which is Pratyak Chaitanam, Pratyak Atma, which is innermost consciousness, which is Atma. Iti upapattihi uchyate. In this manner, reasoning is told. Iti, in this manner, upapattihi api, even reasoning also, shashtham lingam, sixth indicator. So, in sixth chapter of Chandogya, reasoning through Drishtanta is given for establishing Advaita, and therefore Advaita must be Tattva. So, Upapatti through through logic in the form of the logic through Drishtanta, through example, to establish Advaita is given in the sixth chapter. Therefore, Advaita is the Tatparya Vishaya. And in this manner, Upapatti becomes sixth Linga. Alright, more we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om